Oh, it's like lagging for me.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
you're up for me.
Feliz Navidad.
Hello,
What's up,
everyone.
everyone? Welcome. And look who's here on time. We don't know where Joe's at. Hopefully
No,
he's
yeah, last week
okay.
because what's funny is last week I said I wasn't going to be here, and he said he was, and
Yeah.
then he's not here.
He said he might not be here.
Oh
He's
yeah.
playing with his monster trucks.
Probably,
I know,
is.
dude.
It was like
He was playing with that last time and it was awesome to watch, actually.
I don't think he talked for like 45 minutes. It was just him
It,
driving
it
around
was
with
the it was the best live chat we've ever had.
because like me and Jason were talking medical like the entire time.
It's just like he built this course on his desk and he moved the camera to watch it. It's just like him rock climbing as we're talking about
Yeah.
IFACs and medical kits.
And he would every once in a while he would go grab something else and like reset up the whole stage and like he's
Yeah.
like I don't care
He
about
had
anything you guys are saying.
like a DeWalt drill bit set that he was like driving over and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Thursday night live chat. How was your Christmas, Walsh?
Christmas, I don't know if like it just gets crazier as you get older, but it's just nuts. I mean, I know I was talking to you too about being sick. I'm not sure this, but so we've been doing. I kind of talk about this in the Sunday video where we talk about thanking everybody for the whole year and everything. But we've been doing the YouTube full time. The wife got bored, so she started working a job just out of pure boredom, and and so she really enjoys that. But over the holidays, that gets crazy. So we have like the holidays and Christmas and trying to do all the YouTube and I know you had just gotten over it or still have it. I don't know. I've been sick for like a month. Like
Yeah, I still have it.
I was better like 2 days ago, and I was finally like, dude, that's crazy that I've been sick. My brother came and visited on Thanksgiving. I got sick the day after, and I was sick all the way until the 23rd of December. So
Yeah.
just with everything else with life and dude, Christmas
Dude,
was
everyone,
great.
look at this. Jawa says it's good except I'm sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got my wife and I and my son all got sick like on Monday, Sunday or Monday, and yeah, we're still fighting, man. Just kicking our butts. Ethan, my son seems to be better today. My wife and I are still trying to fight this thing off.
I had it
But I
forever.
took, dude, I haven't taken NyQuil in forever, and I don't drink alcohol at all. So I took a shot of NyQuil and I slept for like 14 hours. But I woke up like I remember I used to drink a lot. There was times where I would drink beer and lick. Dude, I mixed my alcohol, like all the things you're not supposed to. I don't ever remember having a hangover. I haven't drank in like 20 plus years. I take a shot of NyQuil and I woke up the next morning with what I would think a hangover would feel like. Like, oh my gosh, what happened? Like, still have a headache, mouth is all dry. And like, what happened last night?
I love
Never
it.
had that. Drinking Jack Daniels and tequila and beer and all that crap.
Whenever I have NyQuil, I always basically set like a 15-minute timer because it's like, all right, dude, wherever you are, when this beeps, like you're going down. Like you're not gonna make it to your bed. So like, oh no, I got 60 seconds to get to my bed. Like you'll be fine. Poof. Oh, I will say though, the worst NyQuil. I want to hear everybody about this. The worst NyQuil on the planet is the honey. The
I haven't had
honey
it.
NyQuil never get. Oh, Cody, have you had it, Cody?
No, because I don't want that to ruin my love of honey.
Oh my god, it's
Michael
like,
Farley says, Jason after waking up from NyQuil coma. What year is it?
Yeah. It could be next year if you don't watch out.
So
Hey!
my New Year's, my Christmas was pretty crazy. What about yours, Cody? How does yours go?
It was madness.
Zayef
Ashley
is
had
here.
my
Hopefully
wife had
he
her
has his
family
mask
here.
on.
Oh, Joe's in here.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Oh,
hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hey,
yeah.
we can hear him.
So
I could participate, but I can't use my camera unless you guys want me to drop out. It's okay if
naked?
that's okay.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Totally fine.
No. Should I be? Is that this kind of party? Yes.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
like you turn off your camera, like, guess what I am.
It's live chat after dark.
Maybe we can actually make some money.
We were telling stories about Christmas, talking about how it just seems like it get more and more insane. Everybody was sick here at my house. Things were crazy. Cody was just telling us right as you came in about his.
Yeah, mine. I don't know. It was pretty crazy. We had just gotten over being sick, so we lucked out there. But no, got to see a bunch of family, and you know how it is. Always appreciate giving out gifts.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
What there? Can you hear him?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
What are you messing with? We can't see what you're messing with. We don't know why you're
Tears
doing
Quest.
that.
I think
Sorry.
Tears Quest is Doc Cypher. I think
Oh,
he forgot his password or something and had to create. Maybe I'm wrong on that. So if not, if I'm getting that wrong, welcome Tears Quest.
yeah,
He said hit the like button helps their analytics.
it
Appreciate
does.
man.
Yeah, really appreciate everybody.
Oh, look at this, Michael Farley. Audio only Joe is going to be interesting because we can't see what he's fidgeting with.
Yeah,
now.
you just have to assume. Like you could just hear, like you just hear like wrestling with something. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you messing with? Like,
Yeah, I'm plugging in the power into the phone because all the phone they don't have the jack, so you have to plug that splicer in there or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah.
Croak says mellow Christmas this year. Nobody sick, no sibling, niece, nephew drama. Weather was good.
there you go. All right, so Jason, what about yours? I mean, Cody, you talked about yours for like half a second. Sorry, keep going. Tell us about yours.
Oh, I was just saying, my wife's family was here, so it was chaos. It just got quiet, like at probably 2:00 today. So
Yeah, I'm good with this. I'm good to hang out.
like one of my nieces has an infinite energy, like didn't stop at all the entire time. Like
Running around.
she apparently, I just learned this yesterday, but she's lactose intolerant. She'll eat something, run around, and like, oh, I gotta go get sick. She'll go to the bathroom, and then puke and rally, come right back out, and go right back at it.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, what is going on?
Like, should you have eaten that? Like, nope. Do you want another one? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Are you gonna throw it up in 5 minutes? Yep.
Yep.
Are you good now? Yep.
Yeah.
She sounds awesome.
That's how it was when you were a kid, though. You just throw up and be like, I'm good. And then just off you go. Like, way better now.
Not me. I'd be like, don't touch me the rest of the day.
Really?
Shay says, we know what Walsh is not fidgeting with, an Ace VR.
Hey, I got a funny
look at
story
this.
about that.
Croak gifted a membership to Nathan.
Thanks,
Oh,
buddy.
What?
Nathan.
Good on Croak.
Nathan, if you are in our Discord, there's a Skelly Code secret wizard lair. So message us on Discord and I'll get you access to that wizard's lair.
Yeah, and so we.
Oh, he gave another one. Look at this.
Super secret.
JC was given a membership by Croak. Same thing, Jace. So if you are in our Discord, send me a message and we will get you added to our Skelly Code and you can get to the super secret wizard lair.
That's awesome.
Croak must have got money for Christmas.
Yeah, he must have.
Or just, he's like, I didn't spend nearly as much as I thought I was going to. So here you guys go. Here's $20.
Kids.
What else am I supposed to use these stupid Visa gift cards?
House is paid off. Truck is paid off.
Oh, look at it. He's doing it again. I think somebody's got his phone.
Yeah. Someone stole your phone, man. Gate creeping
kid running around just hitting it.
Membership. Like everybody's getting memberships. Like everybody gets a membership.
More. Croak just went to get like chips and salsa
right now. He's chasing after. Give me my phone back.
Yeah, Croak's like, all right, TLD team, do the giveaways. Like, they're not scheduled for today. Like, we have some. They're not today.
Next week. I got some boots I wanted to sell, but I'll give those away right now if you want them.
Yeah.
We do.
That's awesome.
I will have some giveaways set up. We're going to do some of that into the new year. We have quite a few that we're ready for. Cody, did you say you had an Ace VR story before we get to Michael Farley's comment?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I thought I shared it in our chat. But anyway, I already had the headset. So I bought the controller thing in a holster. Well, it said it got here. I went outside. It's not here. So first I messaged UPS. I'm like, hey, you said you delivered my package. It's not here.
Was there a picture like on the delivery?
Nope, no picture. So then I sent an email to Ace VR and I'm like, hey, UPS says to reach back to the seller just to notify you that I didn't receive my package. La-di-da. I'll let you know what I found out. Talked to UPS. They called me. They didn't sound like they were going to do anything about it. And then 2 days later, I get an email from Ace and they're like, hey, we're going to send you a replacement in the meantime until they figure out where the package is. I was like, what?
So that's cool.
That's awesome customer service.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Damn it! I was really hoping I could get irate about something and be like, ha ha ha. But no, now
I
they're like,
told you.
"All right, that's pretty solid. Like that's actually like it
Yeah.
Dang it.
ruins the moment for me to be a
You have
jerk.
to have a TLD.
Don't worry.
SVR.
I'm not.
Cody will complain about paying the monthly due next month.
As
You
he
can yell at
should.
him then.
It's $20.
Well, it's one. That's one month
bad.
of Netflix,
Yeah.
That's more than Netflix nowadays.
dude. I tell you what, I've been on the. I got Hogwarts Legacy for
Oh, yeah?
PS5. Dude, it's
Yeah.
such a good game, and it's
That's
it's
what-
great.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
Sean said.
Dude, I love it because I can play it, and my little girls can watch, and there's not foul language.
That's
There's
true.
not crazy blood and gore and things like that.
Yeah.
And my whole family love Harry Potter, so it
They're
takes
coming out
place
with a
like
second
200
one
years
already.
beforehand. It's really good.
Did you play the 2 Star Wars games?
Yeah, Jedi Survivor and Last Jedi, is that what it's called?
Fallen.
I haven't played
Yeah.
the new
Fallen
one.
Order.
Yeah.
Fallen Order.
So my son he finished the new one and he was like, "That was awesome." I was like, "Don't say a word to me. Do not even talk to me."
Yeah, they're
The only
awesome
thing
games.
I'm into is Solo Leveling. Dude, that has been
that show.
it's an anime. It's really good.
Joe,
Is it?
both of you guys would love it. You would love it.
Can
We're
you
gonna-
watch it
we're
with
gonna have-
kids?
No.
No.
Okay.
Solid.
No.
Only not because of anything besides blood and violence. Like if it there's no swearing, I don't think. I don't
think
remember.
so.
What is that on?
What gets weird?
Crunchyroll.
What gets weird in the nudity? That's what gets really
Yeah.
weird.
No, there's none of
Like
that.
I liked Blue Eyed Samurai, except for that. Like that was so stupid. Like they could have cut all that part out, and it would have been a way better show.
I
Crooks
finally
asking,
watched
you trying out
Arcane
PoE
on
2,
Netflix.
Walsh?
Sorry. We'll come to that in 1 second. So Cody, you were saying Arcane?
Yeah, I finally watched that. I liked it.
That's good too. If you like Arcane, you're gonna like Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is it's phenomenal.
good.
It's on Crunchyroll though.
Mr. King Arthur says Croak's angry ex-wife has his phone.
Oh, I'll show you.
Yes,
Watching those
I'll send
weirdos.
you.
yes, Croak. I have Path of Exile too. I actually set up my OBS to run Path of Exile while I'm doing the live. So I may pull a Joe at one point and just be like, "All right, you all hang out. I'm gonna be."
You guys are lucky, dude. I got another crawler, and it's way cooler than the Jeep.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Put the
Oh,
camera
yeah.
face in it and then just let us watch.
Yeah.
I'm like upstairs.
Oh,
I'm not even in my area.
Dude, Cuck by Kelly says 2 more sleeps till the Vanta time, baby.
So I feel bad for him because he got a Vanta, which is an extremely expensive pistol, and then he has to go through the whole rigmarole of like, okay, you got to come here, then you got to wait 10 days, like the stupid garbage you deal with, Jason. You got to wait
He's in
10 days
California.
or whatever, and then
Well, I think he's already done that. So 2 more
Right.
days until he
then
actually
the
gets
10th
it.
day landed on like
3 days till he starts ripping.
Yeah, it was like 23rd. So he's like, okay, it should be close enough to Christmas Eve. I should be able to go get it. And the store was like, nah, we'll do it after Christmas. And then just the 26th. And then they're like, nah, we're not going to be open. So he's got to wait even. Like, oh my God.
That sucks. They're talking about California. We could get to this and we'll wait till Second Amendment news. I got good news and I got bad news
Oh,
Yeah,
for the Second Amendment world.
what was the
you got some real bad news in Seattle.
Yeah, dude.
video this week?
All right. Bailey Luke, big ups on Solo Leveling.
Dude, if there's only one anime you ever watch, if it's just that one, I'll be proud of you. I'll be like, oh yeah, I only watch Solo
How
Leveling.
much is Crunchyroll?
It's like $8 a month.
Yeah. This is Croak says, speaking of animated shows, Secret Level on Prime didn't suck. I heard that they had
I don't know.
Lieutenant Titus from Warhammer 40K.
Oh,
There was like
Yeah.
a little bit more background on him, or maybe something like that.
hey, I want to ask you guys a question while we got everybody here too, before we get into last week's video. Hey, those of you who bought stuff on Silencer Shop, how long does it normally take for like I've been dealing with some drama with this FFL and these silencers, but it's finally gotten into the system on the 12th though. So I'm almost going on a month of I'm on the stage of information reviewed by Silencer Shop. And I don't know how long that normally takes, but I would think a month is a bit of a long time.
Yeah, my experience with Silencer Shop is bad because it's from 2 years ago. Like back when my wait time was 13 months from the time the ATF cashed my check to the time I got my suppressor.
But I haven't even I just have to sign it, and
Excuse me.
I hadn't even gotten to like submitting the e-form. Like I paid them a month ago, and they're still just like reviewing the form. What are you reviewing for a month? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. I don't know how long that they said it could take 1 to 30 days. So I was like, okay.
And that was when is
The
what did
12th?
that clock start? The 12th of December?
Yeah, but that's what the annoying part. The FF, like this just shows you like the ATF process now takes 2 weeks, but it took my FFL. My FFL got the cans October 5th. Took him 2.5 months to even put him in the silencer shop, and then it's taken silencer shop a month to do anything. So I'm at 3.5 months, and no one's even bothered to start the process.
Yeah.
It's like, can we just start?
And now it's at the point where it's like the worst time of the year because places close up for the holidays, and I bet you it's going to be into January before you hear anything.
Oh yeah. Oh, before I hear anything, you're right. Yeah, and then it's SHOT Show. So then I'll probably be like, "Well, happen to just run by their booth and be like, yo, dude, like, what's the deal?"
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why it's been sitting there for 8 weeks. That's weird. So okay, yeah, just seeing what everybody else's the consensus was on silencer shop.
Yeah.
It's going to take me like 10-15 minutes, but I'm trying to get a little course set up for the crawler.
Well, and that's perfect because in that time we could go over last week's video. Time for our YouTube roundup. So, YouTube this past week, Bul Ultralight.
Dude. Okay, I know.
So I got to share something beforehand. Now that the video's out, I feel okay sharing this. So before Walsh ever shot that video, he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna hate this gun."
Before I ever even shot it, not even shot the video.
Yeah, before he ever shot the gun, he was telling me like, "I don't think this is gonna be good." Like, he had his X macro that he loves, and this is gonna be a snappy gun. So I watched the video, and I was surprised at how flat of a shooter it was for being basically like a micro compact.
Mm-hmm.
What's the magazine size of that?
16+1.
Golly,
standard.
man.
So the standard
Like
the flush is 16+1.
Yeah.
Then,
so what's the size of the barrel?
3 1/4. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's not bad.
Look at this. Croak says the Bul Ultralight is still in stock as of today, and mine still hasn't shipped from Bul.
Probably has something to do with the holidays. I know. I sent them a message, because I had to update my FFL because I don't want them to do anything with the old one, and I know they're on holiday. Dealing with some other companies we had, I think that most other companies went on holiday back on the 18th. So I don't know if you have issues though, Croak.
Jewish thing.
Croak, if you have issues after, I would say probably near the 1st, let me know. I'll shoot a message over.
Doc Cypher says, I got to shoot the Ultralight today thanks to my friend here. It is really nice. Yeah, I love, so the bottom gun right above the hold-up display is my IWI Masada Slim, and that is my favorite carry gun.
Did I get to shoot that one when we went to the last HRT thing?
I don't think so. I didn't bring it with me. I don't think.
I shot the Prodigy, that's right. Yeah, so the Ultralight is really all the things you loved about the EDC, Jason, like the grip, like when you play with, like, oh, the grip's good, everything's good, and then you go to shoot it and you're like, oh, this thing's gonna suck so bad. It's just gonna be like the snappy, like I think of M&Ps and like all those just hot garbage guns when you shoot them, and you're like, dude, this is god awful to control, and it's just like, oh, okay, we could do this all day, and that's what I'm curious. I did shoot it at GunCon, the pro version, but it's just you only get like 4 or 5 shots, so it's hard to be really taking your time looking at something. But I'm very curious how the pro version does. But
Crook says, JC, you really need to reach out to Mischief Machine for the aluminum grip module for the Masada Slim. I did. They said that it's being sold through IWI. So, but I think I can buy it directly from them. I don't know. I did talk to them, and there was some back and forth before it ever came out that it was going to be sold through IWI direct. I think I could buy it direct from them, though. But honestly, I don't want to do a review of an aluminum grip, so I'll just buy it.
It's funny how that works, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth the trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. Zion Zone says, I was surprised my Glock 30SF and 45 ACP is quite easy to handle and comfy to shoot. I don't know, man. I think 45 ACP is kind of a soft shooter. Like I don't consider them snappy pistols. What do you think, Joe?
What, 45?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are when you put them on a polymer lower.
Yeah, that's true. So a 30 SF No, I don't know, because I have a Glock 21, and I don't think that's snappy at all.
How long
That's
is
the
it?
full size pistol, though.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a difference.
Okay.
When you get away from the 1911 and stuff, like shoot a 3-inch barrel like a Mod 2 in 45, and
Yeah.
you're like, holy hell, dude.
Well, that's because it was a mod too.
Yeah, true.
That is true.
I only said that because that's the only one I know.
Josh says 2 world wars.
Hey,
Yeah.
so I did look at the website, and everything's in stock except for the TAC Pro, Ultralight Pro, and the TAC Pro.
I didn't think that they were releasing the Ultralight Pro yet.
Not yet. It says coming soon. They're the only ones you can't just buy right now. So everybody always complains about how nothing's available, but like, okay, like that's like
all
number one
available.
comment. It's like, oh,
I remember we talked to Ben at SHOT Show last year, and he was like, he said something. I'm paraphrasing, but like, I could double my production, and people are still going to complain about not being able to get the pistols.
Yeah, that's me.
yeah. In particular, some of those pro models, like those, really are very, very, very popular. Particularly on the TAC Pros. I think that comp, the one with the comp and everything, and the ports. Oh, I think it's going to be so. Oh yes, yes. Look at that.
Dude, what can you even see right now? Mine jump black.
Can you give us the pan around of the new? Like, talk about the new truck. It looks like it's lighted underneath.
It's just a.
Can you even see it? My camera.
Yeah, we can
my
see
camera shows that it's black.
Oh my,
dude! This thing articulates like crazy, and it has dual steering.
And it lights up. Like, you got the underbody kit.
Yeah,
like,
it has the rock lights, dude. So check this out. Check this out. So there's front steer, right?
You got rear steer.
Here's crab. Here's crab.
Oh
then here's 4-wheel steer.
Oh my goodness. Joe has been. I know he's been doing all day too,
dude.
He's like, I can handle this. Don't worry. I can handle this.
Zeon Zone says, "Ooh, Joe's new fidget toy. Holy cow! Can't believe we made it up that."
I think it's stuck now.
Are those crayons yours?
Suck. This truck, like a Dodge, dude. It doesn't get stuck.
So, Jason, I will say one thing about the Ultralight too. I thought was pretty crazy. Is one of the main things I've struggled with is the variety of holsters for the other Bul versions, where it's like, hey, you can get the Safariland, it kind of works. You can get this one, it kind of works. Because the Ultralight is designed for carry and it keeps the same barrel profile as last year, there's a ton of holsters. So, like, there was one that they sent with it for review, that Priority 1, but then I just bought a Tenacore, like, linked it over, and it was like you just get it.
Says, "Dang, getting hungry looking at Joe's desk."
Yep, I knew Submarine was going to say something about those.
Michael Farley said the live just went from good to awesome.
Yeah, just watching this. Hey, Croak, any update on your any of your VA stuff? And same with I don't know if J Murph's in here. He's probably doing that stuff. But I know he's working his.
Joshua says 120 crayons. That's rich people.
And they're still closed.
Too? Yeah, it's closed.
It might. Yet. It's not a sharpener. That's a salad maker, Cody.
Yeah.
Where's the salad? What's a salad maker?
The one with
the sharpener.
Oh, the sharpener. I get it now. I'm slow today, apparently.
Well, you've never had to eat crayons, so it's understandable.
Did I tell you?
Look at that thing, dude. Can you see that right now? Can you see that angle? Dude, that thing's ridiculous.
So my daughter, my oldest, is at this dental assisting school, and she had to do like a career day, and there was the armed forces, Army. I think it was just Army and Marines over there, and so she goes up because they were handing out, I think cups. She got like an Army cup, and they had asked her if she was interested in joining. She was like, "Oh, my dad was Air Force," and the Marines started giving her crap. And she was like, "Yeah, my dad teases about the Marines all the time. He says you guys eat crayons." And the Army guy starts making fun of the Marine. So they talk a little more. My daughter walks away. There's a table that's giving away crayons. So she grabs a pack, comes back, and gives it to the Marine and say, "Here, I thought you might be hungry." And the Army guy's like, "Oh, shit."
That's awesome.
Proud moment right there.
Right?
Yeah. Like, she's not even in yet. She's already making fun of you. Like,
that's so awesome.
What is this? Is this your cool gift you got for Christmas? Is this what you got?
Me?
It is awesome.
No, this is what I bought. I bought this. This was, dude. This was $160 on sale for $99. I couldn't pass it up.
That's why we can never find you anything for Christmas.
Yeah,
I know.
You're always,
I know.
You're always
Dude,
buying.
I got some cool stuff for Christmas, dude.
I got like the most practical things, but like they're so confusing. Like waterproof socks. If you've never gotten waterproof socks, you've never lived. Like
I've never, and that would be terrible
you
because
want-
my socks would be so wet on the inside.
It doesn't matter. Like I don't even worry about that. But then my feet won't be cold.
Are you one
I
of
have
those?
some fleece socks.
Are you worried about? Are you a cold foot kind of guy?
Yeah, and there's nothing else. Like I could be outside and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm totally fine." And like, "Okay, do you feel good?" Like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's good." Like I'm taking like my coat off because I'm hot. But it's like, "Oh, but my feet. Like I haven't felt my feet in an hour."
You know why? Because his toes are like this, right? They're
Yeah,
this long, and it
his toes
dissipates
are-
all the heat.
Yep. His toes are 8 inches away from the rest of the foot.
This is
Got
true.
those-
This
got
is
those
also
monkey
true.
feet.
Yeah.
Mr.
Any other
King
questions?
Arthur. My
Questions
dad
on
was
the-
curious. Yeah. So questions about the UL. So I think Ben was saying there was some company that they were partnering up with to have holsters provided for not just the UL but for some of their other lines like immediately. Is that Tenacore?
That I'm unsure. I've heard that too. That they are supposed to be doing some holsters and pairing up directly with people. I'm not quite sure who it is or when in terms of timeline. But I heard the same. And maybe me and you were in the same conversation. That maybe it was when we were talking. But I haven't seen any actual movement. But I've heard the same thing.
Okay.
All right, sorry.
So what's the price on the UL?
I think it's 17 for. Oh, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about guns on.
Yeah,
on YouTube, are we?
never mind.
Yeah,
Coke says priority one is their go-to for holsters.
Yeah. I think it's like 1,700 M&Ms for one and like 1,800 M&Ms for another. You can pay directly in M&Ms.
I like M&Ms, dog. I get that big
Yeah,
party pack.
I ain't letting loose that many M&Ms for that.
Yes. Yeah, and that's another interesting conversation. Like that's a lot of M&Ms for a carry gun.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know, where it's like, hey, I'm
Dude,
okay
my
with, like,
IWI
really-
Masada was like $450.
Yeah, even like a macro is like $1,000, like 800 to $1,000, and even then you're like, I don't know, that's the smartest move on the planet.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now. What?
Well,
M&Ms? You don't know what M&Ms are?
well,
I
because-
do know M&M. I
Well,
don't
can-
know.
What are we going
What?
to use M&Ms to trade for?
No,
The
what
Bul
firearm?
Ultralight.
Hey, but
Bull
isn't that
Ultralight.
yeah,
isn't that new Ruger pistol or like sub 400 M&Ms?
$400.
is that the one? Is that the
The
new one?
Magpul Ruger
Oh,
collab.
Glock.
RX something.
Yeah,
The collab.
I heard a bunch of the guys like the SIG shills weren't happy with it for some reason. Like, that's
I
not
gotta
a SIG.
I gotta show this. So
I get paid way more from SIG, so I don't want to say no. I want to say bad things. about
Xeon Zone is sharing one of his Christmas gifts.
it. Oh boy.
And let's see if I could.
It better have feet in it.
I gotta highlight this. Look at this thing.
What?
I can't even see it.
Is
Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
a blanket?
There we go. How's that?
Oh my word.
That's
Is it a
amazing.
blanket though?
That's like,
Yeah, it looks like a
Shower
blanket.
curtain.
it's like he.
Oh, it's a shower curtain.
It seems like
That's
he
what it is?
commissioned Croak
Is
for
it a
that.
shower curtain?
That's what it looks like to me.
That's the best.
Dude,
That
I think that is a shower curtain.
Like nothing makes sense, and I think that's the best part. Like none of it.
That is great.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
That is awesome.
I wish I could get that on a Christmas sweater and then send it to Jason. Like, be like, here you go, buddy.
So I got my nephew NCAA football, but he has an Xbox S, right?
Okay.
Or whatever the digital one is.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what I did is I printed out the code and I put it in a big envelope. And then I was like, you know what I should do? I should play a trick on him. So I got another manila envelope and I printed out a picture of socks. And then I printed out IOU on it. So when he opened it, he's like, what is this? I was like, well, I ordered you some socks from Amazon and it didn't get here yet. And I just saw straight disappointment on his face. It was the best thing ever. And then
That's
everybody played along and kept
yeah.
on opening gifts. And he was just like, the
How old
whole
is he?
time. He's 12.
Oh, that's awesome. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll get this later. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't
And we
rush
kept-
it, man.
we kept talking up the socks. We're like, they're good socks. It's Dickie brand socks. Like, they're good.
You're good.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So disappointed.
And then I
This
finally
was the
gave him the
first
other
year. I
one.
was kind of surprised. My older kids, most of the stuff that they asked for was like clothes
That's
or
good.
shoes.
Yeah.
And my son is so conscious of money. There was this pair of shoes that he really wanted, these pair of Nikes, and I was like, "Hey, dude, those Nikes are $240." And he was like, "Oh, don't get those for me." I was like, "No, just give me a $50 Walmart gift card."
Dang.
Good boy, good boy.
Yeah.
So you
We
got
got
him
him
the
some
shoes.
Nikes, just not those ones.
Yeah, I was about to say, we got him the shoes.
When did
I
Nike get
definitely
so
got him a
expensive?
gift card.
Dude, $240 for some Jordans. I don't know.
Oh,
Man.
But
I
we were
thought-
talking about, like, for my daughter, she wanted these concert tickets, and
My lordy.
they were sold out when she tried to buy them, but I bought them like days before she bought them. And so we were trying to do something comparable for my son. And I was telling my wife, like, when you think of the cost of the tickets, plus the drive to Seattle, plus staying in the hotel, plus it's like a $400 to $500 Christmas gift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So getting my son a pair of shoes is not that big a deal.
Dude,
And
I would be like hard
Yeah.
pressed if I told them they were like, "Hey man, this is like super expensive," and they're like, "Oh no, it's cool. Just give me $50 or something for Walmart." I'd be like, "All right, cool," and then I would just be like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they were good about it, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy the damn shoes. Like I have to
Yeah.
now." Like,
Yeah.
imagine look on their face when you're like I would do the same thing. Be like, "Hey, you open it up and it's like a big a huge box with a $50 Walmart gift card in there," but then no, it's actually just the shoes in there. Like, like I tricked you. I tricked you. No, it's funny.
Dave says, "Grandpa Shark, where are the top teeth?" Yeah, the shower curtain. The shark doesn't have any top teeth.
Dude, if you
It's
look
got
at
like a Bubba Gump lower jaw.
the longer you look at that picture, the more you notice like very small things. You're like, wait, what's going on? Why is the gun firing?
XL Tomahawk says, "You just got Jedi mind tricked."
Like, why is the gun firing? The cat's not touching the trigger, and why is it like dribbling out wads of lasers? Like the longer you, it's really good.
Look at this. Mr. King Arthur says, "My daughter asked for a Benchmade bug out knife. Then my wife liked it, so she got one in addition to her Spyderco."
nice.
Dear,
Dude.
do you want to? Oh, my wife's not down here. It's like, hey, don't you need another knife?
Hey, my camera frozen on mine. Is that in frame? Like,
Yeah,
what can you see right here?
We need to go down a little bit. We can kind of see up towards the couch and the drapes. Yeah. You're perfect.
Perfect.
Go down more so I can see your feet.
No.
So a little bit behind the scenes, something that is getting pretty exciting is Jason and I were kind of ramping up some stuff for SHOT Shows. I don't know. I got to share with Jason. So I've done something horrible. Every year I go, hey, I'm not going to go crazy with the schedule. He has not seen the schedule. I have completely screwed both of us.
Yeah.
just so you know.
Every year.
Like-
I don't even need it. Like, okay. Yeah. I don't believe you already.
Yeah. I've completely screwed us. Like the entire, like there's there's room, but very little. Like if someone was asking us to come by, I'd be like, I don't know when that would happen.
Dude, there's some of the big names that we typically go by. We don't have them in the schedule. Like PSA, we're not going to go by PSA.
No, and I'll be honest with you, like they're very hard to deal with when they change to a model of like they basically would expect us to pay for everything. Like they kind of it went from a point of a partnership where they'd be like, hey, we're gonna here's a firearm or here's a product to cover your production cost or cover the fees or your ammo or your range time. Just you're literal day away from your family. Hey, I'm gonna take a day away from my family or 2 or 3 and here's something to offset the time you lost. Where now it's like, no, you don't get anything. We just expect you to do free marketing for us. And you get a commission of that sale. Like, well, no, like if the gun stinks, I don't want anybody to buy it. So that doesn't work out. Right. You just get free marketing. Like, no. So we've kind of not in a bad way, not like we dislike PSA in any way, but we've kind of stepped away from that. Be a better shill. Yeah, for real. But we've kind of stepped away from them because their current model is unsustainable for us. Yeah, for us. If it's something you guys really wanted to see, like if you guys bugged me for it, I'm sure we could get a hold of it. Like, hey, if everyone's really excited about it, we could get it. But we would basically just front the entire cost, all the time. And it's, I don't know.
Zach Fett says you should definitely give Spit and Raisins another chance.
Well, if they'll make another plate carrier, I mean, when did they make that? 5
Yeah,
years
LV
ago?
yeah, LV-119 is old.
That's old. So like they have to make something new in order to like you know what I mean? Like you can't just make one carrier that's mediocre to bad and then say like, okay, we're done here. I typed in spitting raisins too. See what's-
You dork.
But yeah, we do have some bigger names we need to go see. I know on that list, just between me and you, we need to add Primary Arms, a couple others that we got to go see. So
Yeah.
we do have some openings. If there are people you guys want us to see in the Discord, Cage and them had been saying we should see more knife people. Like we don't. I said like I was
Yeah.
like we don't. Me and Jason don't really know knives. Like I don't know one from the other. I mean they look cool, and they said like oh if they look cool, just do that. Like okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean we could mix.
How
in
would we review a knife? That's the thing that like
That's
a lot
dope.
of times I ask the question of like, how would we review a knife? Like I'm sure we could think of, I don't know. That seems like more up Joe's alley.
Well, I have a plan. I just haven't enacted it, and I need idea on the tests that we need to do. Because, like, okay, weight's important, right? So I want to have like just dude. It might even be a short, but under 5 minutes, right? Where the video
Well, a
is
short
just
would be
called
60 seconds.
right. But I said it may even be a short, but it's
Yeah.
definitely going to be under 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I meant like you talk too much that it couldn't be a short.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, if we get you talking for, I don't think you realize how much time it takes.
But I
think
want
it's
I want
gonna
to make a
depend on
series
what-
that says just a knife review and then whatever the name of the knife is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just a knife review, Benchmade, whatever the heck. And then it just starts off. We're in like whatever 10 category. The weight, if it'll strike on flint, right?
Yeah, I don't know if your test should be like where like you take it to the point where you destroy it. Like I don't know if you need to do that, but maybe people do want that, or maybe you want to do that. I think you
I
want.
want at least one hit. Like I want to baton it into a nail.
into a nail
'Cause, yeah, that's what they do on Forged in Fire,
and then try to sharpen it. That'd be
no,
a good
dude,
test.
it should not chip. Like the blade shouldn't chip.
That's true.
Dude, the good knives on Forged in Fire, like they would barely have a glint on the cutting edge after being baton, and he beat them into a nail. Because a nail's soft steel. It's mild steel.
Xeon Zone says, throw it at crap and see how well the blades stay sharp.
Yeah, that's another. I want to baton it into wood, right? With the spine. I want to baton it into a nail. I
Well,
want
you were
to
talking
see
about only
how
6
much it
blades,
weighs.
right?
No.
You got folders?
I'm not that person. Like, I don't care,
Milwaukee?
dude. I'll put some gloves on and I'll do it.
Cody,
I bet you that. Do you guys ever watch Project Farm?
Hold on. Did Cody just randomly pull out a knife still in the box?
I have two
Probably.
of these
How are
In
you
the
going to
box?
get that? How are you going to get that out without a knife?
without a knife, right?
Sorry, how many are in the box? Both?
No, I have the other one out somewhere.
Oh, okay.
You did just
Hilarious.
clean your room, didn't you?
I did. This thing is clean.
How many mags are still in packages inside your room?
Oh, a bunch.
Crook says Joe's most important folding knife rating is fidget factor.
Oh my! If
Yes,
he has a
true.
Joe, like it's like every time he's like, all right, we're gonna throw in the category that I think is most important, which is fidget factor, and he puts in his rating. Like it's a really good knife. Like fidget wise, though, I can't really fidget with this, so it's kind of a 0. So loses a lot of points here. It's not my favorite. I wouldn't use it in a line.
That out the front knife, just like fidget factor.
Yeah. 10.
What do you guys think? It's clearly a 10.
You were supposed to put that on a belt, Cody.
Dude, I think
Here's the thing
when
for the belt.
Yeah, I know.
when I take a folding knife and baton the spine of the knife into something like a piece of wood, half of the comments are going to be people losing their mind for me doing that.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Dude, they're going to go crazy about how I'm going to lose my fingers. And
Oh yeah.
that's a nice way to die.
Remember, like how many people got super mad about the Springfield, the video now that doesn't
Yes, dude.
matter. Oh, way to avoid your warranty. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I literally did this with a file.
Yeah.
Warranty's void. Like,
And like
then
I
the
care
thing-
about the warranty, dude. Like,
Mr. King Arthur says there's that Russian guy who used to destroy every knife with a gas mask on.
It is.
What YouTube are you watching?
Joe's right though. The number of people that will lose their mind over like the level of Joe's safety Like it's going to be
Tactical
astronomical.
Java says that's why you need to do it, Joe.
They will be losing their minds. Like
They're
I
already
need to
going to
come
lose
up-
it. He doesn't have a spotter, and he's wheeling right now. So
right?
reversing without a spotter and a horn.
Without a backup alarm.
Did you see? Get this comment from Bailey Luke-up. The one about the podcast. Maybe up a little bit by the bullpup. I can't. How far back? 7 minutes ago.
Oh, that's way up there.
You missed it.
Yeah, trying to find 7 minutes ago.
Oh well, it says this is
There
like
you
that. Okay, yeah.
This is like that other podcast where they have the sandbox and the RC bulldozers and stuff.
Like,
I love that.
people.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I can watch that.
I don't either, but it sounds glorious.
Like,
Yeah.
Just how fun it we with the podcast. Like we just stopped doing our video at all, and it's just Joe driving, and then we start talking. Oh, that is cool, Cody.
There you go. Croak says a typical comment is going to be, dude, it's a gentleman's knife. It's for opening boxes and letters. You don't baton it. It costs $1,000 because it's collectible. You don't understand knives at all, bro.
Dude, that was
J-Dub's
perfect.
here.
Bro.
J-Dub in
You
the
just
tub.
want to copy and paste that into the first video, like
Dude,
episode 1.
he's been wicked busy. J-Dub, you're here to watch Joe rock crawl his new RC car.
Yeah, you are here at the perfect time.
What's
But-
up, J-Dub?
so it
Long
is
time no
funny.
see.
It is funny to hear knife guys talking because I see, I have one of those half face blades ones, and just hearing the knife guys talk, they're like, no, that's garbage. Like this is the
Really?
metal it uses. Yeah, they're like, this is the metal that it uses, and this is not the good stuff. You pay a premium price for subpar metal. And like me not knowing, like I make the same mistakes that we tell other people not to do. Like, well, I saw the price and assumed it's really good. And like, nope, it's not that
Yeah,
good.
they're like, that's S3 VN metal and not 1050.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
But see,
okay.
that everything you guys just said, that's why it's important to baton it into a steel knife or into a steel nail.
Not if I pay for it though.
I mean, you do. I mean,
That's the problem.
well,
There's only
There's
going to be
I have a
like
small
3 companies
sponsor
that
for
send
it
a knife,
already.
and then they're going to be like, they're going to watch Joe's video like, no, we're not sending that to
well,
you.
I hate to say, but doing that to the half face blade I have, I think is important because then you'd be like, dude, this thing sucks, and other people seeing that like, wow.
And then people that are fanboy are like, will be like, why did you do that? That's impractical.
Yeah,
And then I could be like, yeah, but that $20 knife from Walmart survived it. So
Yeah. It's nice for opening letters.
Xeon Zone. That knife was forged in dwarf blood, not orc blood. You got ripped off.
Oh, yeah.
But I do
J-Dub
have a
posted-
sponsor for that series.
Do you?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know it's taking so long. So we can
Yeah,
build up.
J-Dub posted, he was talking about how he's been really into knives lately. So he's got a whole bunch of folder knives. He said, I just posted $10,000 worth of knives in Discord.
Dang.
Just those 5 knives? 5
I
knives?
think-
Those are, there's no way. Those are $2,000 each.
I think we need J-Dub as a sponsor.
Hey, I like how I run by a random comment, and it's Maurice Barlow, who rocks, by the way. And his comment is, "Spit raisins is lame." Like, Maurice, you are the coolest. Like, you are
He's
the
awesome.
coolest, dude. Like,
Yeah.
spit raisins is lame. Like, Maurice, yeah. Merry Christmas to you, buddy.
Ugh.
Dude,
Bailey
I
Luke
got a
said-
pair of DCs for Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
DC?
Really?
Yeah,
Shoot.
like the old school, like super pillowy plush ones.
You don't even skate anymore.
I know.
Well,
I'm
he
such
eats
a poser.
He
He
eats.
e-skates.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
He's actually a
such a
famous
poser.
e-skate YouTuber. He's famous.
famous.
Yeah.
All
Very-
1,000 people.
I don't even care if a knife cuts paper. It just has to look cool and be fun to flip at my desk.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, some people may only care about fidget factor, and Joe
all.
could say that. Like, listen, this is a $20 knife with a fidget factor of 11. Like, you don't need anything else. Like, you're gonna open letters with this. You're not gonna fight intruders with this anyway. Like,
Yeah.
just get this one.
But like Jason learned the hard way. Like Jason, didn't you have a story like years upon years ago? You went camping and you took a knife and you expected it to strike a flint and it
Yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah, it was a Gerber fixed blade, and there was some coating on it. Or I didn't know any better, but it wouldn't strike. What do they call those things? A flint?
Yeah.
The striker rod.
Mm.
Yeah, I still have that knife.
it's just interesting to see things like an SE laser strikes. Like those are fantastic for survival and actual like duty. And you're talking like
Caleb,
$70 or $80 for a laser strike, and then like a $400 knife isn't going to be any better than what that
yeah.
thing can do.
Caleb says, "Was Joe bad this year and Santa turned him into an RC car?" LOL.
No, this is what the channel has now asked for. Like you guys talk, Joe just drives an RC car over. Like he needs to get a whole like rock climbing course. Like he has got he's got a whole field out. He's in work.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I heard it.
Listen,
it's in the plan for the backyard.
Joe and I had RC stadium trucks in our office, and we built a course in our office.
Yep.
Back in the day.
I still have that buggy, but the steering servo went out on it.
I still have it too. I don't know where the controller is.
Oh,
Like, that's a little bit more important than the servo.
Equally. I have a couple other. I have a fast little buggy on order. It's a little buggy like your little truck, Cody. Only it goes 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Jason, do we have any questions for this live? I don't know if you had any set up.
Mm-mm.
So I was saying this with Jason. So next week, guys. So for the New Year's video, I told you guys a little bit about this last week. What we'll do is I have some questions the kids gave me about products from the year. So next week, I'll ask you guys the same questions, and you guys can kind of give your input along with the viewers. So we'll do that, and then I think we'll talk about either we'll do that video, that live chat, or the one after we'll give away the Shaw belt because it's got to go. Like,
It's super good.
It's super good.
So good.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's still in stock, by the way. They did a bunch of emails and a bunch of posts about how it's in stock. So yeah, it's in stock if you want one, but we'll give one away too. It's great. It's too good for me.
Tears Quest, Doc Cypher says, if it cuts, stabs, utilities the hell out of stuff, and doesn't break, it's a good knife.
I'd love to see like O'Day's thoughts on Sean's thoughts on knives. Because
he's got a whole bunch of knives.
He does. He has a ton. And he was very particular because he's like, hey, we took these out to the field. We took these to the training stuff. These did well in survival. These didn't. Like some stuff we got issued just doesn't do well. Like he's very particular. Like, hey, some people like the more mushy tangs because, it doesn't beat up your hand so much when you're hacking at a tree. But I like this style, yada, yada. So he gets very much into it because he's done a lot of like chopping down a tree with a knife is just a whole different level, a whole different aspect of it all.
Doc Cypher says he's going to show up one Thursday with a Hot Wheels course. No Joe, just RC heaven. Joe, Vaping Grandpa says, nice, Joe. My wife got me a new pair of the Eric Costin 2 reissues for Christmas. Late 90s, that's all I wore.
Okay.
Some skate shoes.
I always wanted those Osiris's. I had one pair of those Osiris's. But no, I got the DC and the D and the C, like they're all black, and the D and the C are like almost like a marine camo.
Michael Farley says, whoa. Joe is not driving the RC rock crawler. He's traveling it.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
good point.
You should make some little fake like cardboard license plates.
What if it was he put a little it says a decal on the
says
side.
In transit.
Yeah. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Like it says on the side, like in like white out.
Yeah. Do you see this, Walsh?
What's that?
Crook says, since you asked, should be getting 90% with this last supplemental with Doctor's Nexus.
Dude, that's awesome to hear.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
And glad to hear, Croak, with as much stuff as you deal with, I'm glad that the VA is working with you and you're able to go see them. And I hope your story is a testament to other people. It's kind of like, I think the way we all do it is, if everybody makes 2 other people go to the VA, then we help to spread the word about it and go and get the help that service members deserve.
J-Dub says, Jason, are y'all going to talk with HRT at SHOT Show? I got a bunch of pictures for you to give them. Yes, but I'm afraid of the pictures, and Daniel is not with them anymore. Sort of.
Well, sort of, yeah. We can find Daniel though. We know where he'll be there. He'll be
there, just not with HRT, and I'd be happy to give him the pictures.
Yeah, we can still give him the pictures and be like, hey, we want the hoodie, and actually this is the ransom. Like you have to take these.
Do they have hoodies yet? I think they have a whole bunch of shirt designs now, but no more hoodies.
Oh, dude, I made this impassable.
Oh yeah, it can't be. They have that new beanie. HRT. I haven't got to play with it yet. There's like a new beanie that like has a place to put your glasses in. I don't know. I've got to play with it. Looks cool, but I haven't like messed with it. Oh, Joe. He's like, I gotta add sport challenges. So yeah, I gotta mess with that one to see if it's any good. But Zach,
No.
does that thing have a winch?
No. If it did, this would be passable.
Zion Zones out of here says, Lady Beckon, good seeing y'all. See you in the future in the
I
rewatch.
hope that's a good sign.
Yeah, later, Zion Zones. Be here for the New Year's one. We're gonna do a whole bunch of fun stuff. So come join us. It'll be after New Year.
Tears Quest. My LT Wright bushcrafter has served me well for bushcraft and military life. Caleb with the most important question of the night. Joe, has Walsh ever shipped you those boots he was talking about?
Oh,
Nope.
Oh, well.
maybe
No,
they didn't.
No. Because what happened was Joe actually finally saw those boots, right? So it was
And
one
they
of
were
those,
ugly as sin.
yeah, and he was like, he was like, that's the last thing on this planet that I would ever want. And I'm like trying to tell him, like, no, they're really cool. Let me show you. He's like, I have zero interest in ever talking about those boots again. Like,
What's funny and like at that point, I totally turned off. I don't want them, and Walsh like actually wanted to give them to me at that point because I didn't want them.
Yeah, because he's just so bad. Like, all right, no, I'm gonna do. He's like, no, if you do, he's like, I will just throw them in the garbage. Like, I don't even want to look at them. I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, never happened. But
No.
Croak says they want to do septum surgery next month. Not sure he wants that. Dang.
I think one of our friends did that? Is that like when they do?
Yeah, something in your nose.
Yeah.
Is
You
it nasal?
can decline. Like, you don't have to. You can decline. You can be like, no. I've had that happen once. They're like, I had like an impinged shoulder, and they're like, we could take a rib out. It's like, cool. Okay. What's the likelihood that's gonna fix it? And they're like,
Hey, look at this. No
like,
shill gun reviews.
oh,
Welcome to the stream.
What's
I
up?
haven't seen you post before, so welcome.
Yeah, he's like,
but we are total shills here, so
Yeah,
wrong
worst.
channel.
I mean, we are shills, but we're just really, really bad at it. So like, some people make a lot of money doing it, and we make no money doing it. Yeah,
we're shields, and we piss off everybody that we review their stuff.
So anyway, yeah. So anyway, they were like, hey, what about taking a rib out? And I was like, well, is that going to fix it? Like, it's like a 50-50. Like, no.
Dude, I when I was in this is like, I think how outdated the military is. I needed braces, and when I went in to go see the Air Force dentist, they don't do braces on base. At least I don't think they do, but they were going to refer me off base, and he was like, just to let you know, the place we're sending you to, they're going to have to break your jaw to like align everything up, rewire. You can't eat for 6 weeks, and then once your jaw's fixed, your jaw's healed, then we could put braces on you. And I was like, no. So fast forward 10 years, I went and saw my dentist, and he was like, have you ever thought about getting braces? And I told him, like, yeah, like 10 years ago, and they said they were gonna have to break my jaw. And he was like, what?
Why?
Bro,
Like,
that's
dude, that's
stupid.
like 80s style thinking.
Hey, so
they did that to a dude I was at Barksdale with. His jaw was like pushed in, and like he had his cleft, his palate was all jacked. So they had to break his jaw. They broke his palate, wired his mouth shut, and he still did maintenance the whole time like that.
Wasn't that the GC troop we had also?
No,
here?
this is at Barksdale.
Because he had something similar. He basically joined. There was a GC troop here. He joined to get his teeth fixed. He needed that much dental work done, and it took him almost the whole 4-year enlistment. I think it was 6. And then after the 6, he was like, "No, I'm done. I came here to get my teeth fixed.
Yeah,
like I couldn't have possibly have afforded this."
Caleb says, no taking out ribs. Last time that happened, it created a new person. One Walsh is enough.
Yep.
Hey, so whoever, I don't know who was asking about what boots they were, but I put them in
Michael Farley.
I put them in the group chat. They are fantastic. As much as Joe makes fun of those, I wore those boots for like my last 2 years as a first sergeant. They're wonderful.
Dude, they could be the best boots in the world. I ain't wearing them. They are ugly as sin. Like you look like you walk around looking like Scrooge McDuck, dude.
I'm gonna go put them on tomorrow just to make Joe mad.
Dude, you should.
Even the wing commander was like, "What are those?" Like, cause my commander asked, like, "What are those?" And I showed her. I was like, "Dude, they're so good." So she got a pair, and then the wing commander, she's like, "Wow!" She's like, everyone asks me what they are and how to get them, and they're all sold out because at the time they were like super rare.
Well, they make them in multicam, don't they?
Yeah, you can't wear them, and we're wearing them in uniform.
Tan.
So yeah. And the multicam looks a little bit, it's a little much.
Okay.
Multicam shoes is I made that choice once. I was like, this is gonna be sweet, and then now nothing goes with multicam shoes. I'll tell you that. You look
Your
like an idiot.
multicam pants.
I got a pair of white Oakley shoes that I've had for years. And remember, maybe 2 SHOT shows ago, there was that one booth that was handing out multicam Alpine shoelaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are on my Oakleys.
Yeah.
So I got white Oakleys with multicam Alpine shoelaces.
I had those multicam Alpines on my old running shoes, my old Clouds, and I got rid of them. And I was like, oh, I should have taken the laces off. But we just need to steal more laces this year. The same booth had them last year. I just didn't take any.
Yeah. I got the MC Alpine sling I got to send you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because that setup's almost done. Like, that's going to be... I'm just going to take like one photo in the snow in that and be like, all right, never going to use that again.
Do you know what else I got for Christmas that I'm excited about? It's called Windshield Wow. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay. So
is there an infomercial?
Yeah,
kind of. Yes, I think you can. So it's just a square magnet, right?
Windshieldwow.com.
Yeah. Pull it up, dude.
I'm watching the video right now.
It's like fun. Somebody's like we are the worst.
Wow.
It's like,
but once you see it, you're going to be like, how have I not thought of this? Why does it not already exist? And how do I get one? And then you're going to look at the price and be mad.
Windshield Wow.
Yeah.
Professionally designed for your windshield. Clean your windshield inside and out in half the time.
Yeah, I had one of those when I drove a truck.
All right.
All I can say, dude, you could get Joe. Did you get the aluminum storage case with foam compartments for your windshield? Wow.
No, it's
only
not
$120.
Joe, you know how mad you're gonna be?
What?
They've been doing that in fish tanks for decades.
I know they have, but this one, dude, they have all the warning everywhere. Do not let the magnet touch each other without anything in between. So know me, right?
Yeah.
So,
no,
I put 2 microfiber cloths in between it, so then I could pry it apart without damaging it if I had to. And dude, it like snapped on my finger. It was pretty intense. Like,
really?
Yeah, I'm super happy with it.
I did that one time with those magnets, and it shattered one of the magnets.
Yeah, you can damage them. So
yeah, those neodymium magnets.
Yeah, you can get.
Have you ever tried to? Okay, have you ever tried to clean the inside of your windshield?
Yeah, that's what I get my toddler for.
It's the worst.
The bottom of mine is just constantly gummed up. I just deal with it. I don't look.
Try doing it in a Camaro, dude.
Windshield Wow.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
All I need is this $100 basic. I like how they call it a basic set.
Hey, I like how you make fun of it, but it's actually amazing.
Joe probably also has that. What's the like daddy scrubber thing?
I have that. That's fantastic.
What is it? I don't know.
Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy. There you go.
No, I don't have it. But thank you.
What is
thank you, Walsh.
Anybody watching this is like, what are these morons talking about anything? Like they're talking about literally washing their windshield and what they wash dishes with. Like, what a bunch of morons.
While somebody drives an RC car, this is the stupidest thing ever.
Like, no show gun reviews. He's like, I'm out. I'm not staying around.
No show gun reviews. Like
3 minutes ago, he's like, great stream. Now he's like, what the hell?
I was pretty impressed by what these guys were doing, and then I realized they're
idiots.
They're morons. Croak says, "Sham wow."
I can't believe you guys don't have scrub daddies. I'm very disappointed.
I don't.
So, and I think it's funny too. Joe is like, it's like no matter what, Walsh is going to complain about. Like, yeah, that's actually my job here. Whatever it is that Joe likes, I have to be like.
Show gun review says, "I'm here." LOL.
Like, I'm questioning like my statement. Like it's kind of upsetting that it's recorded that I said this was a good stream. I'm a little bit concerned at this point.
His finger on the close button, and then he heard his name.
He's like, I don't know about this, guys.
Zach Fett says scrub daddies are awesome. To be fair, my son has been talking about scrub daddies for so long that I actually put them in his stocking for Christmas.
You do have some.
Yeah, I haven't. They're not out of the package yet.
So what's funny is like if they were at SHOT Show, I would tell Jason we got to go to their booth. Like, like no, we're not going to the.
I used to have a scrub mama, but she divorced me.
Oh.
She probably wasn't doing that good of a job anyway.
Oh. Anyway,
Uh,
moving on.
What
hey,
finally got you canceled on YouTube?
yeah. Scrub mama, scrub daddy. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're finally at the hour past. We don't have to wait any
Yeah.
longer. Two-way news.
2A News. Where's my? There we go. 2A News. Let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna have Joe go first with his 2A News that he has.
Yeah,
Maybe
just because I get to make fun of somebody else's state. So Seattle hired an anti-Second Amendment police chief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those exist.
Yeah. Yes. He is on record back in 22 saying, the whole thing on the whole, like, okay, just because it's legal and somebody can do it doesn't mean that we should do it. And different time call for different measures. And he is a police chief that thinks that nobody should own a gun.
Nobody. But he should. He should be able to have one.
Yeah, he should.
Love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and of course, none of the rule would apply to him because he have to be able to protect their family.
Right.
Yeah, because he's a
Yeah.
upstanding citizen. He's at a different level than the rest of us.
Yeah.
He's a
Cops
DB.
are better.
So has
So this is their third police chief in 2 years.
Yeah, they just get rid of them when they don't like them anymore.
So also in Washington news, kind of the bad news, one of the bills that is being talked about. So it's kind of weird. Like the Washington legislature only works for half the year. So like come into June, there's no more. So they try to get everything done beginning of the year. Anyways, one of the bills that's being discussed right now that they're going to start arguing for and possibly voting on is a one gun per 30-day purchase limit and 1,000, no more than 1,000 rounds at a time.
Oh, cool.
Unless it's 50 BMG, then 100 rounds at a time.
Well, then that will line up perfect when they also pass that you can only make one post on social media per week, right?
Yeah.
Or that you can only write one news article a month.
Yeah.
Or dude, you can only wear one cross while going to one church once a week.
Can you imagine if that applied to any of the other amendments?
Yeah, you're only free from torture on Thursdays.
You could get tortured 1 week one day out of the month. Like actually, there's 1 day out of the month we can just torture the heck out of
Well, that's like one of the things.
Or if you ask for a lawyer, you actually have to go on a 7-day waiting list before you can get one.
And you can get tortured during that time.
Yep. And you have the right not to self-incriminate unless they say pretty please. Then you have to incriminate yourself.
I have seen a ton of these videos lately where there's just like these cops just caught people and maybe it's just like a problem or an epidemic going on with. They just tell these people like, "Hey, give me your ID." Like, what am I for? What? And like they're like, "Oh, I'll
when
tell
a
you
cop, they say when a cop says that you have to show them ID, you have to show. Do you know how many videos that I've seen that say if you flip your license over, it says on the back that when a cop, that's part of getting your license. When a cop asks you, you have to show them.
Really?
Yeah, that's what what the police officers claims.
Yeah,
they don't understand that paper and effects that your license is both of those.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's bad news. That's one of the things that we're going to be dealing with this upcoming legislative season. And honestly, I'm worried that it's going to pass because of all the states, when you look at how Trump did in the election, Trump swung every state more Republican, more red, except for Washington. Washington was the only state that went more blue. So I'm not.
What are you guys' theories on why the Supreme Court isn't taking up any? And maybe they are, and it's just that I don't understand like the duration it takes for the docket to finally get seen. But I've seen enough of armed scholar screaming about it for the last 5 years that the NFA has been repealed. But what do you guys think as to why the Supreme Court hasn't done more cases on a lot of these things that seem to be obviously unconstitutional, like assault weapons ban and things like that?
Because they have to find people with standing.
I
don't think that's it.
I think part of it is they don't. I mean, you think of the last. Well, before Bruin, the last one was 2008 Heller decision. So I think part of it is they want to wait to have the whole process go through all the lower courts, right? It has to go through the district court and then the appeals court. That's going to take years before it gets to them, anyways. But I think people like us are upset and frustrated of why can't the Supreme Court look at something and clearly say that's unconstitutional. We're going to swoop in and we're going to save the day for those people, and they haven't done that yet.
Because they've done it for other things, right? And so this is my only concern: is there are some weird situations we've seen with some of the election stuff and things like that, where some weird stuff could have happened if they didn't swoop in and didn't kind of do things a little bit out of order. Where like, okay, this is important, and I think a lot of people are expecting the Supreme Court, being a little bit more heavier to the Republican side, to really sway. Yeah, Exo Talk saying exactly. You're putting too much faith in the system. I think there's a lot of people putting a lot of faith in the Supreme Court to fix a lot of this for them, but I have not seen like they could exactly do that. Like, hey, we're going to fix this right now. We're going to intervene right now. We're going to go ahead and do all these things right now because we have the majority vote to do it, and we're choosing not to.
Yeah. Mr. King says because they are tired of repeating their Bruin to lower courts like they're a special needs classroom.
Although I agree that they're doing that. Okay, so hear me out. I agree that they're doing that. They're having to do that, but I don't think that that's what it is at all. So, Cody, I agree on like state courts and stuff. People will drop out and they need people with standing. But some of the cases that have been waiting to be heard by the Supreme Court, they already have their people with standing. Like it's very cut and dry. What I think it is, and Jason kind of hit it. So they do not normally rule on Second Amendment stuff. Mm-hmm. It is such a hot topic. It is such a, nobody wanted to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Like that before Bruin, it went like 10 years, dude.
It shouldn't matter to them, though.
I agree, but look what Bruin did. So when you have something that plain clear cut as shall not be infringed, anything against the Second Amendment, we can agree, right, is an infringement. Any rule, an infringement, right?
Yeah.
So anything that goes to the Supreme Court, it's going to have to be reversed as long as they're reading the law and applying the Constitution, right? They're my personal feelings. So they're very hesitant on taking on anything because of the ramification and the repercussion that it has all the way down the line. And look at Bruin, and Bruin proves that. Look at Heller.
I think you're right. There's a trickling effect. Like if they say anything, it's going to break things on a massive level because it's going to trickle all the way down. Like, oh, this is no longer applies. Yeah. Well, that means these 800 other things don't apply. So this definition of a firearm is questionable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with you, Joe. Maybe honestly,
dude. Bruin says that it has to be based in history and tradition, right?
Yeah.
So, can somebody please tell me the history and tradition for machine gun or suppressors? I'll wait. Because machine guns were outlawed in the 80s, dude. That's not history and tradition.
And you look at what they're using for to try to the anti-gun folks, what they're trying to do to meet that threshold is they're showing like Jim Crow laws from the 60s. They're showing laws from, like, look at this. We were able to ban blacks from owning guns. Therefore, we should be able to enact this law because there is history and tradition of us banning firearms from certain types of people. Yep. And I think it was interesting with the assault weapon ban in California. The state of California had that argument, and they basically said, although we find this racist and disgusting,
we want to use it.
We want to use it for everybody because now it's not racist and disgusting because we're using it for everybody, not just blacks or not just Hispanics.
We're not just oppressing. We're not just going to oppress this small group of people. We're going to oppress all of you. So that's why it's not racist anymore. We're equally oppressing all of you.
Yeah,
right.
And that's
but even then,
that's truly what they're doing, what they're trying to do.
Yeah. And even then, it's still not based in history and tradition because the Supreme Court said that it has to be between around 2 different years, right? So it doesn't even fit the bill for Bruin.
Croak says it took 50 years for Roe v. Wade because of hot button fears.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people that still say, the fear of Roe v. Wade was, it's not that abortion was banned outright. It was left to the states to decide. Okay. Well, if you were to use that logic on the Second Amendment side, and now Second Amendment is a right that we have, like abortion isn't enshrined in the Constitution, but that's an argument that people make is they say, okay, well, if abortion's left to the states to decide, then why not gun laws? Why shouldn't gun laws be left to the states to decide? So bad laws in Washington, good laws in Idaho. Why isn't that okay? And I think it's because the Second Amendment's enshrined in the Constitution. It should protect all U.S. citizens.
Bingo. Because you can't make a law that overwrites the Constitution.
And like same with if there was a federal, constitutional amendment for abortion, one way or the other, right? It would kind of be like, okay, well, you can't start making state laws about something we've already decided on a federal level. Like we've already decided this, and we've decided what the outcome is, and whoever hates either side, sorry, but like there was a majority decision. That's what we did, and now the states would have a hard time doing something contrary to that, right? But that's exactly the exact same argument as what we're seeing from the 2A side. Like, okay, we federally decided on what we wanted to have as the rules, and then the states are going like, well, we're going to change it up a little bit. Like, well, you're just picking and choosing what you want to do. That doesn't make any sense.
One of the things I did a deep dive on. I wanted to build out a 9mm AR with a Glock lower, just because I had some spare parts. And so the way the laws are written here, they talk about an assault weapon, and the terminology that they use in the law is centerfire rifle cartridge. Like, okay, well, a 9mm, right? It's not a rifle cartridge; it's a pistol cartridge,
right?
But then as you dig deeper, they include it like pistol caliber carbine.
Yep.
No, the only kind of way out of it is originally people were thinking Ruger 1022s or any semi-automatic rimfire was going to be outlawed as an assault weapon, but the language was centerfire, not rimfire. So any of the 22s you can buy, no problem, in the state of Washington.
Yep. And just wait, because what somebody's going to do if they're going to make like a 5.56, that's rimfire.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about too, because the same way that they're circumventing the 2A, right, is the same way that if someone would states the same way they're doing it now, where they're circumventing at the state level, is if there was a amendment, and let's say for the lefts, they say, hey, there's a federal constitutional amendment that says there is a right to an abortion, right? You have the right.
They've already did this. This
right.
was
Right, but hear me out.
Wait.
Right, let's say there's an amendment that does it. If they follow the same logic they're doing on 2A, then you could just have a Republican state that says like, no, we're going to actually disallow that, like in the same way, and vice versa, right? If they say like, hey, we say in the Constitution it says here we banned abortions. Well, the state, same as they're doing with, we banned assault weapons bans. Like, okay, well the same logic of the state actually going against the Constitution. So it's just an interesting one where they're just ignoring the federal law, what we decided. So
one of the things it always frustrates me when I hear women on the left say something like, I wish I had as much rights as guns do. And I always go like, so you want a 10-day waiting period before you leave your house, or you want like people like before you go on a date, you have to do a background check for yourself. Like, are those the rights that you want?
You have to be locked away in a closet at all times while in the house.
Yeah, if you're
with
not
a chastity belt on.
If you're not with somebody else. I get their point, though. I get their point, though. But I also see the others. I think they're trying to lead into a certain direction, but
women have just as many rights as everybody else. That's the whole point of the Constitution. Is that it doesn't? It's everybody.
Oh, Bailey Luke says they make an AR-15 and 17 HMR.
Oh,
there you go.
Isn't that the one Sean has? Does he have one at 17 HMR?
Mm-hmm. He has two of them for sale, I think.
Totally off topic. That Joshua and Jason, do your mags have a cat laser? What mags?
I don't think so.
What mags is he talking about?
Yeah, what magazines are you talking about?
Is he looking at some behind you?
They make 22 ARs too.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, do you know what you should do?
What?
You should put in one of the 22 conversion bolts into an AR.
Yeah, I got to buy one of those.
Does it actually
Yeah.
mess? I've always heard legend that it like causes damage. Does it
It's
do
not
anything?
your gun damage, no.
So
If it did, only to the barrel. Replace the barrel and press.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's
it would
enough.
completely break their logic, dude. Because you'd have like a legit complete AR chambered in 5.56, but it shoots a rimfire.
Yeah.
It breaks.
That would be allowed.
It breaks their brain. What do you mean not allowed? A rimfire rifle.
But you could use it to, like, you just swap out a bolt.
Hey, my grandma could be a donkey.
You just swap out.
She's not.
You just swap out her skin and her body, and she's a donkey.
Right?
I like Joe's logic.
I saw a show like that in Mexico.
Yeah, I think I could buy the kit because CMMG makes it with a 25 round mag and a 10 round mag.
Then there you go, dude.
10 round mags.
There you go. And then I would order a gun, right? And then walk in and hand them the bolt out of it, and then put your bolt in and be like, "It's a rimfire, bro."
It's not even, yeah. I just
Those
think
little conversion kits. Sorry,
no, you go ahead.
those little conversion kits used to be pretty cheap. Those
They're a
little
couple $100.
Yeah.
Like 170, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I still think like the restriction on ammo makes no sense. Like it only matters like the restriction on ammo, the distance from the law is stronger based on your distance to another state, right? So it's like so if you live close to another state, the law is not very useful. But if you live farther from another state, the law is very useful. Like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
None of it makes sense, Walsh. That's just like we'll say I own 50 gun and I go and buy another one. Well, to make sure that I'm not going to use it to harm somebody and I'm going to cool down before I use it, I have to wait X amount of days.
yeah.
You already
Not like I wouldn't go downstairs and use one of the guns that I already own.
Like why doesn't the NFA tax stamp? Why doesn't the process just approve me forever? Like even paying the amount is fine, right? Like the amount is whatever, it's fine. But like the process should be, hey, you've been cleared on all these. Like you shouldn't be like, well, you got number 1, you got cleared. Well, number 2, we acted like we had no idea who you are, so we had to start all over again. And then number 3 is like, well, we got to see, like, bro, if I did something that wouldn't allow me to own number 3, wouldn't you come and take 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Like,
you would have been at my house day 3.
Like what? Why don't you just say like, okay, you're good. Your NFA is approved until we say otherwise.
Yeah.
Just continually pay your stamp.
Well, even
it's
if
kind of like
5 year, you're good for 5 years.
Whatever. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Michael Farley says they're just trying to restrict gun owners as much as they can get away with. Yeah, I mean, Seattle passed. This was years and years ago. They passed a law that there was a tax on ammo, 5 cents per bullet. So you bought a 50 round box of ammo and you're paying $2.50 more for that box of ammo than if you did outside of the city of Seattle. So there's no more gun stores in Seattle city limits.
That's when you just start buying like 30-06. But I'll just take like 15 rounds, it'll be $30.
Mr. King Arthur says, cool down, more time to plot it carefully.
Yeah.
Oh, like it'll be 7 days. Like perfect.
I won't need it till then.
Yeah, I won't need it till then. I guess it'll be 7. Like you start doing some Kevin McAllister stuff. Like, all right, I got 7 days to like start drawing this out with crayons.
So I got a total segue off of that. My daughter had to get glasses, and while we were waiting, Home Alone was playing, and it was the first one. It was right. She had never seen it before. My kids had never seen it. Yeah. So this is my 6-year-old, and it was right when Marv is walking up the tar covered steps, and he steps on the nail. And he holds his foot. Dude, she was laughing so hard. The receptionist at the eye doctor had to stop to like watch my daughter's reaction. Because it was that, and then Harry gets his head burnt from the flamethrower.
Yeah, the torch. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Hey,
So we came home that day, and I put it on for my two toddlers to watch. And
That's
after
awesome.
my 6-year-old was like, "How can an 8-year-old make traps like that? How can they think of all those things?"
No Show Gun Review says, are all gun-related questions welcome or only on topic? Bro, we are rarely on topic. If you ask gun questions, we'll usually prioritize them because you're actually asking a real question. But you could ask us about your favorite spaceship Like,
Yeah, we will talk about it.
So I say my favorite part of like I laugh about. I'll stop every time because it's such a good prank when he puts the light and connects it into the iron. Oh,
Yeah.
and he pulls it and he's like, that's weird. Wow. Every time. It's so funny. It's so well done.
Have you guys on
Bailey
that
Luke
same
said,
type of
"On
movie?
topic questions are not allowed."
Yeah.
Not on topic.
On that same type of movie, have you guys ever seen an older movie called What's Up, Doc?
No.
Sounds familiar.
My grandpa used to watch that and just die laughing. But it's the same type of thing, dude.
Josh
Like-
says, "Did you watch the best Christmas movie, Die Hard?" This is the first year I did not watch it before Christmas.
I didn't
Yeah,
watch it too,
I
but
didn't
I
either.
wore my Nakatomi Plaza shirt though, so that's good.
I did too. I
Yeah.
did too.
I mean, I quoted it like 100 times. Does that work?
That worked.
Did you see? Man, there was some video that was making its rounds on Instagram. It was some mayor, a mayor of a town, and he was like in a wife beater, and he's like going through a vent, and it's just, and he has a lighter, and then all of a sudden, like his receptionist comes in, and it's a bunch of boxes in his office, and she was like, "Mayor Steven, I told you not to make any Die Hard references." And he was like, "In this town, we think Die Hard's a Christmas movie," and it was funny, man. It was great.
Dude, did you see the video of he was showing the movie where he drops down the elevator shaft and then crawls into the ductwork, and then he pans over to his Christmas tree and he has an ornament that has a screen in it.
Oh yeah.
And it like turns on where he lights the lighter and like, yeah, come on down, it'll be a blast. It's in the Christmas ornament, dude. And then the screen turns off when he releases the lighter.
That's good.
So good.
Oh, here you go. No shield gun reviews.
Before you do that, the vaping grandpa one.
Oh, he says that's the sound of a tool chest falling down the stairs.
Oh, I love that. Okay, sorry.
All right, no shield gun reviews. What rangefinder would you recommend? I was considering the Maven RF1.
So that's actually, so we're talking about rangefinders. I think they're super scammy in a lot of the rangefinder world. Pay attention to the deer range, because that's your actual range target number. So most of the time they double what the number is. So if it's like SIG 1000 or SIG 1800, half that number, that's what you're gonna be able to do in terms of like a ranging target. I love the RF1 because you can go out to like, I can get out to like 2,000 yards, but the there's like a Ranger 4000, I think it is, which is really, really well priced. That goes out to like 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000 yards. That I think is as good.
Croak just found that Mayor commercial I was talking about. Yeah, he posted on. Dude, I gotta play this for you guys now.
Are we allowed? Or are we gonna get a copyright strike?
I don't know. It's on Twitter. What if I do it without any noise?
It should be, if it's on social media, it should be.
Wait,
fine.
it's a mayor?
Yeah, it's a mayor.
So that's our government. They can't do anything about it anyway.
Hey,
No Die Hard. Just do it normal.
Here, I'll start all over.
okay, hold on. So this is for
We'll get together.
for
Okay,
our no show gun reviews, the Vortex Optics Razor HD 4000 or the Maven RF1. I use the Maven RF1 and have no issues, and I've replaced pretty much everything. But the only other one I would get instead would be that Razor HD 4000, and I don't like Vortex, so that says a lot.
So this is okay. Here you go. 37 seconds.
It'll be fun.
Mayor, are you in there?
No,
No.
Remember when we said no Die Hard?
but it's a Christmas movie, Courtney. I'm telling you.
No Die Hard. Just do it normal.
Go away. From all of us here at the City of Garland, we want to wish you happy holidays and an awesome 2025. And yippee-ki-yay, man.
Mayor.
That's awesome.
Like how
Come on.
he got like the cuts
That's
on him and
awesome.
everything. Like he's got
That
the
is
good.
awesome.
that's pretty good.
Oh,
Thanks,
good.
Croak. I appreciate it. That was awesome. I'm glad,
yeah.
like my little bit of horrible information. Croak's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Let me find that.
Yeah.
Hey, no show gun reviews. Let me know if you end up doing the any of those rangefinders though. Let us know how it goes.
And just FYI, Walsh did like a whole bunch of video on rangefinder a couple years ago. So if you drop into the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see them.
And there's also, I did put a link to our Discord. So if you guys aren't on there, click on that link, join us on Discord. There's always always tons more that we talk about over there. I missed a. Where was it? Tier says, I have a Garmin in approach, worked well after 3 NTC rotations. I had a chance to use one of my platoon sergeant's Wilcox Raptor. That was nice, but 8,000 is out of my wallet's range.
What is
Wilcox makes a rangefinder? Are we talking rangefinder still?
Oh, I don't know. Let me look it up. What is a
$8,000 for a rangefinder?
Yeah, don't even bother looking it up. Who pays that?
Well, the government does. Oh, we pay for it. That's who we pay.
Dude, for $8,000, it better be a person in a backpack with a measuring tape.
One of those top. Is
Be
one of
like-
those top mounting ones.
Run out there, dude. Go on.
That's so. Let me find it. Cajun says best way to tell the range of something is asking the RO how far that gong is.
Yeah.
I've seen. So yeah, that one. It's the top mounted.
On scope thing that ranges and does the ballistic calculations for you.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's a smart shooting system
Doesn't
thing.
SIG do one though? The SIG.
Yeah,
Is
but
it called
the
BDX or
Ranger 4000 or something, and I don't know. It just seems. People tell me it's really easy to set up. It just seems like quite a chore. And why don't you just learn how to range? But whatever.
That's a great question. Why don't you learn how to range? And a lot of the primary arm scopes, don't they have like options in there for you to range it using your scope?
It is if you have a known size. Like it gets harder when you don't know the size of the thing. But yeah, if you have a mil grid or MOA, either one, if you know how to do some basic math, you can do it pretty easily. So yeah, I just don't know why these ballistic calculators are so expensive. Like I don't get that. Like I can add it to my phone for free, but if I add it to a device that's not my phone, it's $400. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like
You can't add it to your phone anymore because the stupid app was Russian. And since they invaded Ukraine, the United States, the government
somebody backed
cut
up,
it out.
Somebody backed up the APK. If you need it, let me know.
I do.
It works.
Cody's like, I know. It took us all night to figure out how to do it, but we got it.
Dude, it's so stupid.
Bailey
So
Luke says Wilcox has good discounts for Leo. Everyone else can get the shaft. Yeah, the discount's like 10% off.
Which 10% off of 4,000 is not like, but it only cost me $50 somewhere else. Like,
Did I tell you that like knockoff mount I got from Hoplite Industries? They asked me, they're like, "Hey, do you want us to throw a mount in with you?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, sure." It says Wilcox on it.
It's probably the same one I have, and
some like Temu,
it's
Alibaba one.
And I even say that I'm doing a review for the Nocturn Katana, and I kind of say like, hey, people ask me about these knockoff ones, and I'll tell you, use the knockoff, and if you break it, we'll go buy the real one, because at that point you've used it so much where you need a real one, but until that point, don't, because I find no, you use the knockoff the whole. If I wouldn't have told you that when you use the entire,
I have no idea.
It was 2 days worth. You would have never known. Oh, hey, the one I have is a knockoff. Like you had no clue.
Yeah, the one it's not on there right now, but the one that normally goes on that helmet is a knockoff. I should put my NVs on there, huh?
It'd be cool.
Start showing them off.
Super cool.
All right, we got to wrap this up. As we close up shop, let's go around. Any last words before we end the session tonight?
I keep talking about it, but Sunday, the kids came up with some questions. We're doing something different instead of just like your normal top 5. So they came up with some questions that they asked me, and then I'll bring those same questions to the live chat next week so we can ask the team here. And then after that, we'll do some giveaways. We'll see if we're gonna do it on that one or the one. We'll do giveaways on the one.
We're doing giveaways next week.
We can decide. We can. I'd probably say the week after, because we'll do all those questions next week, and then the week after we'll do some giveaways.
Okay.
Oh, no show gun review is going to come back for more.
Come back for more.
Oh,
Dang.
Look at that. Look at that.
Hey, shout out to Croak thing for giving out memberships, Croak.
Yeah, that was
dude.
really cool of you, dude.
welcome
Says
to the
you
new
can range
members.
with anything that
Appreciate
has
it.
mill or MOA, but it requires math. And Cajun says math. No thanks. I do that enough at work.
That's true.
All right,
Just pay the $4,000.
Joe, Cody, any last words before we close up shop?
Yeah.
Guys, we appreciate you being
I got
here.
one more.
Oh,
I'm going to sucker some of these guys into playing Path of Exile. So if you guys want to play with us, you're going to play too. So I don't want to hear it. So if you want to play, come find me on Discord. If you don't have the Discord link, we'll throw it in there. Yeah. Otherwise, thanks, guys. Sorry.
Croak, Hoplite rig is pretty awesome. I have some time behind an analog PVS 14 and some really bad digital night vision. So I think the Hoplite one's working pretty good. There is no way to record through it though, so I can't really show it off.
Which is annoying.
We're gonna test out some things at SHOT Show. If Walsh remembers to bring his Bear night vision camera, we'll see. He'll remember. That's it from us, guys. Though we are here every Thursday night, and we will catch you guys next Thursday. Adios.
At what time, Joe? What time?
7:30 Mountain Time.
Who goes
See you
by
guys.
Mountain Time? Like who? No one does.